Hi again and welcome back to another video. I'm going to be showing you how I'm trading using the Price Action Traders Institute criteria through this New York session. Date is the 11th of June 2018. I'm just going to be running through this session showing you how I trade, win or lose. It will be posted. And regarding questions that I've received on other videos, I'm not going to be showing the exact entry criteria, obviously not, because that's for members only of the Price Action Traders Institute. This is about me showing you how we trade using a very simple criteria, bear charts working purely with price action, and as a day trader, in and out of the markets and flat the market at the end of the day. So that's what this is about. If you enjoy these videos, please remember to subscribe. Should be a button just down under here somewhere, just below here. Click on subscribe and then you'll get the heads up as and when I make new videos. You can follow me on Twitter at UK to Asia, and more information about Price Action Traders Institute and more about what I do is on my website, which is uktoasia.com. So www.uktoasia.com. Okay, let's get through these pairs. I've already got some trades on at the moment. Taken the GU a little while ago, a couple of candles back, and I've taken this short. I'm looking for further downside movement. I took this at 78. Pulling back a little bit at the moment into where I took that trade, but not a big deal. Just waiting to see if this moves down and start following that price action down. So GU, I'm in that short. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, I'm in this long, looking for further upside movement. We saw this early move here showing weakness in the Japanese yen, and that's been across the board. And since then it's been going sideways. So just looking to see if we see more weakness in that Japanese yen as we saw earlier on throughout the Asian session. And so like I say, I'm in this long and I've got in at 63. US dollar, Japanese yen. Same again on this, very similar. Japanese yen weakness, been going sideways throughout London morning session. And I've taken this long, looking for further upside movement as it came through one of our entry points. I took the US dollar, Japanese yen at 90. So like I say, looking for further upside movement on this and see how that one goes. US dollar, Canadian dollar is the fourth trade that I'm in. And we can see that's pulling back quite a bit. I've taken this one long. I took this at 0.8 and I'm looking for further upside movement, although it's not looking that great at the moment, but stick with it and we'll see what happens. We use very tight stops. So if our stops are hit, it's very easy for us to get back into some trades. A few winners will pull back those losses for us. So I'll pause for now and I'll be back if there's any major changes or if I take any more trades. Back with you to give you an update. Additional trades I've taken are the Euro Japanese yen and New Zealand dollar US dollar. I've taken the Euro Japanese yen at 62 as it came through one of our entry points, looking for further upside movement on this. I've got this long. Let's run through these other trades that I've got. The pound US dollar, I've got stops out on that. So I'm down 10 pips on the pound US dollar. Not really looking for a re-entry at the moment, just waiting to see if that price falls back down again. If not, I shall just let that run. The Australian dollar, US dollar, took this at 16 and looking for further upside movement on this. So I've just taken this trade. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, still holding that trade, looking for further upside movement. No change there. It's hanging around, still making that sideways movement and just above where I actually took the trade. The US dollar, Japanese yen, still holding this, pulled back a little bit under where I took the trade, a little bit below, but it's starting to push back up again now. So got this one long, looking for further upside movement. We'll see what that one does. US dollar, Canadian dollar, just been stopped out on that. So I'll be looking for a re-entry on this. And the only other trade is New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I took this on the last candle and looking for further upside movement. I've taken this long. Okay, I shall pause again and be back with you very soon. Back with you for an update. I'm currently down 23 pips. I've had 4 trades, or 2 trades stop out and 2 trades that I've punched out of in line with our criteria. I'll run through these pairs and show you what I'm in at the moment. There's been a few changes. So the Euro Japanese yen, I'm in this trade from 62 as I said earlier. The GU, I've re-entered this. I got stopped out earlier, the first trade that I took, and I've re-entered this as it's coming down through 80. I'm looking for further downside movement on the pound US dollar. Australian dollar, US dollar. This was one that I took and punched out of it as it didn't move anywhere in line with our criteria. I lost just 1 pip on the AU where I punched out on that one. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, still holding that, and it's still hovering at the same kind of levels, just going sideways at the moment, but just in profit. US dollar, Japanese yen, still holding this. That's starting to move up a little bit towards that 0.0 level. So keep an eye on that and see if it pushes through that 0.0 level. Then I can start pushing my price stop up and following that price as it moves up, hopefully. So US dollar, Japanese yen showing a little bit of profit, and I'm looking for further upside movement on that. US dollar, Canadian dollar, right on my entry level there. This was one that I got stopped out of. It came back, hit my price, hit my stop loss. The UC, this was one that came back and hit my stop loss. I took a re-entry on this as it came through 0.0. Still looking for further upside movement on this, and so we'll see what that one does. At the moment, it's just hovering on the line there where I actually took this trade. And the New Zealand dollar, US dollar that I was in, again with this, it came back and staying in line with our criteria. I punched out of that and I lost 2 pips on that. So like I say, I'm down 22 pips at the moment. Got a few trades running that are showing profit. So that's where we are at the moment, holding on to those 5 trades. I'm going to pause again and I'll be back very soon if there's any changes. Okay, back again with another update. It's now 7 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. And still not seeing a lot of price action really. Price is going sideways, just hovering about, pulling back a bit. So there's been a few changes. I'll quickly run through these trades and where I am at the moment. So Euro, Japanese yen, original trade I took on that. As price came up here, I moved the price stop up to +10. So I locked in 10 pips. Price came back on this candle here and hit my price stop. So I took 10 pips on that. And I've taken a re-entry on that. Still looking for further upside movement, but again, not looking great at the moment. But we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. So, okay, moving on. Pound US dollar. I had those 2 earlier stops on this, full stops on these, and I'm not interested in anything else there at the moment. The way that price action is right now, if that takes off in any direction, then I might reconsider, but at the moment I'm just not interested at all. Australian dollar, US dollar. This was one that I took and price pulled back, candle changed, and our criteria told me to pull out of that. So I punched out of that. That was a small loss. That was 1 pip loss on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Still not doing anything, and I'm not interested really in anything unless that takes off as well. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, still in the original trade on this. This is one of the first trades that I took earlier on before the New York session actually opened, and I'm still holding this. So we'll see. Just going sideways at the moment, as with most other pairs, but we'll hang on and we'll see what that does. We sometimes see, now we're moving into the London close, we sometimes see a bit more price action around about this time of day, but never guaranteed, as is nothing in this game. So that's the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. US dollar, Japanese yen, still in this trade here. That was from earlier on. I took this at 90 and still got this long, looking for further upside movement, but again, nothing really showing up on that one. So US dollar CAD, this one I've taken 2 stops on this. I took 2 trades on this, both of them stopped out, full stops. And so I'm not interested in anything else on these, unless, again, if price takes off in one direction or the other, then I might be interested. But right now, it doesn't look like anything's going to be happening here. So I'm just really not interested in anything there at all. And the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, as you know, I took that earlier on and pulled back, and I punched out of that for -2 pips. Right, so where are we at the moment? I'm down, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. I've lost 43 pips and gained 10, so I'm down for 33 pips at the moment. Not too bad. One reasonable trade can give me those pips back. If I get 2 reasonable trades, I'll end the day in profit. So just sitting around here watching these charts now, and there's not really a lot to do, so I'm going to make another coffee, and I shall be back soon with an update. Back again with another update. Still not seeing a lot happening, or hardly anything at all happening in the markets at the moment. So I'll just quickly run through these. I'm probably going to give these trades that I've got open until the London close. So we've probably got about 20 minutes left before I'll get out of these. The EJ, it's not really making a lot of difference at all. So the EJ is still holding that, looking for further upside movement. The Australian dollar, Japanese yen, still holding that. That's showing a little bit of profit there. So again, looking for that to push up a bit further, hopefully. And what else have I got open here? The US dollar, Japanese yen. Another one of those Japanese yens. It looks like the Japanese yen showing a little bit more weakness in its price action, but nothing significant yet. But a really dull session, just sitting around not doing a great deal, and it goes for London as well. You can see right the way through here. Most of the pairs have just been doing this sideways. But we can't have winning days every day, and it's just something we have to get used to. If this Japanese yen weakness continues, I might be able to get back to break even or maybe a small profit. If not, I'll be taking a small loss today. Again, I'm going to pause now, and I shall be back very soon just to let you know what I'm going to do with these trades. Okay, we've only got a minute or two left, and I shall be punching out of these remaining trades. So you can see Euro Japanese yen is just hovering on the line where I actually took that trade. The Australian dollar, Japanese yen, showing a bit of profit, still moving up okay. It's not too bad at the moment. And the US dollar, Japanese yen, that's showing a bit of profit as well. So I said that I was going to finish off at the London close, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to punch out of these now. Right, all trades closed, and I'll quickly calculate what I've got, and I'll be back in a few seconds just to let you know how I did. So what turned out to be a really flat day, hardly any price action at all. There was no follow through. A few of the pairs that started to look as if they were going to move just fell flat and pulled back and just continued to move sideways. And so my results for today. So this is a picture of the pip count that I always add to the bottom of my journal just to keep track of the trades that I've got and pips I've taken, pips I've lost. And you can see, so 43 pips lost on these 6 trades here, and I made back 27 pips on these wins, ending up with minus 16. Very small loss, and at last I've managed to get a video of a losing day. Now, it's not that the losing days are that rare. You do get losing days. It's just that it seems that whenever I'm recording a video, I have a winning day. And so it's, in a way, it's quite nice to actually get a losing day on video, just to show you that we do have losing days. But you can see with that 16 pips, just one little bit of decent price action would have been so easy to have got those pips back and brought myself back into profit. That's why we work with very, very small, tight stops at the Price Action Traders Institute. It's so easy to recover. It really is. Not all the time, but so, more often than not, it is so easy to recover with these small losses. So please click subscribe if you want to be updated as and when these new videos come out. If you want to find out more about the way we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute, please go to our website, which is www.uk2asia.com, or follow me on Twitter, where I post live whenever I'm trading. Okay, thanks very much for looking in, and I shall catch you again soon.